programmers being used for animation?
Yeah, so I think there's something really cool is Pixar came out with a really neat course with Khan Academy just recently where they'll actually take you through the production and the challenges behind production of creating an animated film. But this also kind of rolls over slightly to coding too, because the idea of producing an animated film also pertains to producing a game too. So if you actually want to develop a game, the whole idea, and this goes through many challenges. It goes through, how they, come up with, the story and how they do modeling and animation and how they go through the rendering mathematics, and they go through a whole ton of things. And it's kind of a bootstrap to really getting your juices flowing when it comes to learning how to animate and build animation, as well as even game development.
It's interesting because there is a movement to bulk up on STEM. That's science, technology, engineering, and math. And this is one of those areas where you can push STEM even though they don't really know you're pushing STEM. The concept is, look, that the stuff that you're learning that you think is going to be useless once you get out of high school or university actually applies if you want to do something cool like creating animation from Pixar, something that you might see in Monsters, Inc. Is that sort of the vein that they're going for, Khan Academy and others like them?
Yeah, absolutely. They're trying to use common areas that people know about and really love, like Pixar. People love their movies, and they use that to kind of bootstrap the whole concept of how to get yourself into doing math more, how to take concepts of real world concepts and create them in the virtual world, that kind of thing. I think it's just a really good. I mean, I started taking the course, and it's a really good course. I mean, it does show you some in-depth look in the Pixar process, and it'll take you into some of the even the non-technical things, like the whole concept between what they call uncanny valley, where if you create an animation where it really looks like a human, it can actually stir up some emotional feelings of people and how they feel about things. And so it's kind of a really cool course.
The uncanny valley is one of my favorite paradigms. And the idea, of course, is if you start here, where this line is how comfortable people are with what you've created, and this line is how close it is to being human. As you go up and you get closer and closer and closer to it looking real, people are more comfortable until you get right before it. So right before it becomes real, but not quite there, and suddenly the comfortability drops. And it's this weird human psychology. We don't actually understand yet what the other side of the uncanny valley is yet, because we have not gotten to the point where we create something that looks absolutely real, that you cannot tell apart from being manufactured. So I know this has nothing to do with the Coding 101 episode we're talking about right now, but yeah, I love the uncanny valley. You know what? We're going to do a future episode on the uncanny valley. I don't know how, but we're going to do it.
Sounds good.